1. JJ Spaun's first Open Championship round, drama and the clock at Royal Portrush. 2. Marc Leishman on slow play at the Open Championship, a LIV Golf comparison. 3. Endless golf coverage. Did we really need 12 hours of the British Open? 1. JJ Spaun's first Open Championship round, drama and the clock at Royal Portrush. Imagine being one of the world's top golfers, cruising through your first round at the British Open, only to have your momentum halted by an unexpected penalty. That's exactly what happened to JJ Spaun, the US Open champion, near the end of the first round at Royal Portrush in 2025. The British Open 2025 had all the makings of a thrilling tournament, with JJ Spaun leading the pack after an impressive 1 under par 35 in the first round at Royal Portrush. But as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end, and for Spaun, it was a semi-sour ending that no golfer wants. As the group of Spaun, Jon Rahm, and Xander Schauffele made their way through the first round, they were given a stern warning. They were put on the clock late in their round. "I've been with them for 5 holes, reported on-course commentator John Wood, and I haven't seen a group in front of them. They are definitely behind." Being put on the clock is a warning, not a penalty. It's simply a request to speed up the pace of play. However, when a player exceeds the allotted time, things can get tricky. The maximum time to play a shot is 40 seconds, with a slight extension to 50 seconds for the first player in a group. This is where Spaun ran into trouble on the 17th hole. But here's where it gets controversial. Spaun was given 50 seconds to play his second shot into the 17th green, but he took 10 seconds longer. This might seem like a small margin, but it's enough to earn a bad time penalty. As R&A rules official Charlie Moran explained, JJ would have had 50 seconds to play his second shot into the 17th green because he was the first person to play. The next players would have had 40 seconds each, and unfortunately, JJ ran over the 50 seconds. Moran continued, that bad time will be carried forward into the next round. A further bad time would be 1 penalty shot. Spaun's bogey on the 18th hole left him 2 over, putting him in a precarious position for the second round. As if that wasn't tense enough, the threat of a 1-stroke penalty looms over him for the entire second round. This raises an interesting question: is it fair to penalize golfers for taking too long, even if it's just a few seconds? Some might argue that it's necessary to maintain the pace of play, while others might see it as an unnecessary burden on players. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. As the British Open 2025 continues, all eyes will be on JJ Spaun. Will he be able to shake off the penalty and make a comeback, or will it haunt him throughout the tournament? Stay tuned for more updates and let's see how this controversy unfolds. 2. Marc Leishman on slow play at the Open Championship, a LIV Golf comparison. Imagine waking up at 8 a.m., only to find yourself feeling as though you've been on a golf course for half a day by the time you turn off the TV. This was exactly the experience of Marc Leishman, who shared his frustrations over the slow pace of play at the Open Championship. According to Leishman, his round felt like it stretched on for an eternity, which is a stark contrast to the typical rounds he plays on the LIV Golf circuit. "Felt like we were on the golf course for about 12 hours, Leishman remarked after shooting a 2 over 73 in his first round. He explained that his group had taken 3 hours just to complete the first 8 holes, making it a challenging experience. "We've been on the course for 3 hours through 8 holes. That was tough to deal with, especially coming from somewhere where we play in under 4.5 every week," he added. Leishman's comments come at a time when slow play has been a hot topic at the Open. Reports indicate that JJ Spaun received a bad time warning after his group was placed on the clock, highlighting the ongoing issues with pacing. In a post-round interview, Leishman expressed his frustration, noting that the slow pace made it difficult to maintain focus and momentum. "You got to deal with all that sort of stuff, and I felt like I dealt with it decently well. Just got a little frustrated there. I thought I was playing really good and not getting anything out of it, but the conditions were tough. Hopefully just get a good one going in the morning," Leishman said. But here's where it gets controversial. Leishman wasn't just annoyed by the slow pace, he also pointed out that good shots often didn't yield the desired results. He mentioned a particularly frustrating 3-putt bogey on the 18th hole, which seemed to epitomize his struggles. I felt like I had some good, hit some decent tee shots and then couldn't really get it close. It was really hard to get it close. A few shots, you felt like you wanted to run off of those bunkers there, and you couldn't, he explained. Despite the challenges, Leishman remains optimistic. At 2 over, he's still within striking distance of the leaders. Moreover, he won't have to contend with the same slow pace on Friday, as his group is scheduled to tee off first at 6:35 a.m. local time. And this is the part most people miss. Leishman's frustration underscores a broader debate in the golfing world about the impact of slow play on the sport. While some argue that the traditional pace of play is part of the game's charm, others, like Leishman, see it as a significant barrier to enjoyment and competitiveness. What do you think? Is the slow pace of play a necessary evil, or does it need to be addressed more aggressively? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 3. Endless golf coverage. Did we really need 12 hours of the British Open? ***, did we really need to spend 12 hours watching the first round of the British Open? An interesting phenomenon occurs in both body and mind after a lengthy 12-hour marathon of watching the British Open from a couch situated over 4,000 miles away from the stunning coastline. The comfortable indentations left by prolonged sitting transform from a cozy embrace into a formidable barrier, making it increasingly difficult to muster the motivation to rise and engage in any productive activity. The once alert mind, energized by that first cup of morning coffee, seems to vanish, leaving behind a foggy memory of the enthusiasm you once felt for the thrilling action of the tournament. This experience is reminiscent of the fatigue that sets in after a long weekend of football, but with one significant distinction. While weekends filled with football often lead to exhaustion from sensory overload, this particular Thursday drained energy due to a stark absence of excitement. It would be unjust to place the blame on Peacock or the USA Network for the lackluster opening round of the Open Championship, which failed to deliver any standout or memorable moments. Every competitor at Royal Portrush put forth their utmost effort to create something extraordinary and generate excitement. Even the notoriously unpredictable weather, that whimsical companion that sets this tournament apart from others, made its presence felt, demanding constant adjustments and focus from the players. There was nothing inherently wrong with how Thursday's events were broadcast. Complaining about the necessary commercial breaks is futile, and the commentators were more than capable of describing and analyzing the action. The issue lies in the overall lack of energy. This is, of course, a characteristic of golf. While this may be a personal sentiment, after just one day of what is typically my favorite event of the year, I find myself not yearning for more. ***, sign up now for SI Golf newsletters, ***. Let's not get it twisted. Friday promises another early start and a fresh grind. The day will feel rejuvenated, with a clean slate ahead. However, in this rare instance, one might ponder whether simply checking the leaderboard after dinner would have sufficed. A group of 5 players, including former US Open champion Matt Fitzpatrick, are tied at 4 under par. Scotty Scheffler is just 1 shot behind, alongside Tyrrell Hatton. Justin Rose and Brian Harman are 2 strokes back, while Rory McIlroy remains very much in contention. Phil Mickelson and Sergio Garcia both managed to turn back the clock, finishing with impressive scores. ***, got it, ***. On the positive side, the extensive coverage of the day serves as an efficient way to catch up on the essential facts and stay informed. Additionally, Mike Tirico's occasional summaries are a highlight of the broadcast. His well-timed insights are arguably the best part of the entire show, which is both commendable and somewhat concerning. Tirico may not be as animated as Dick Vitale or other high-energy commentators, yet he stands out amidst the monotony that often characterizes the commentary when he's not speaking. This indicates that he excels in his role, but it raises the question of why he should be the standout feature when the overall presentation lacks vibrancy. Here's the crux of the matter: as one reflects on whether it was truly necessary to catch every single shot aired, the broadcast concluded on a high note. Dan Hicks, reminiscent of his work during the US Open, narrated the final moments of McIlroy and Justin Thomas, elevating their performances and serving as a reminder of the tournament's potential. The beauty of golf lies in its ability to weave compelling narratives, with intrigue lurking at every Sunday tee time. Brighter days are on the horizon. the absence of constant twists and turns will soon fade from memory. This forgettable, and perhaps regrettable, day spent on the couch will provide context for the exciting chapters yet to unfold. There will be a sense of fulfillment in turning each page, even if it's debatable whether those who skip ahead to the conclusion truly miss out on much.